Comments will appear here. I think we're on. I think we're on the air. What time is it? We're still trying to work with this technology. I think we got us focused about as good as... I think you'd be able to see the fingers this time and the keys. Okay, so let me see. I just want to see what time it is. So we promised we'd start at 5:30, so we're going to be like 2 minutes. So, I didn't know, when I was touring, I'll tell you a story. When I was touring with a singing group back in the early 80s, a popular singing group, we'll call them what do we call them? I don't know. We'll call them the Flying Squirrels. When I was touring with the Flying Squirrels, so we were on our way to a gig in Chicago, and then we were on, and just that they were leaving from Pittsburgh in this truck. So the leader of the group, he had bought this truck from a carpet, some carpet installers, and they had this truck for a number of years, but they bought the truck from a bakery, from a bread bakery, and the bread bakery, they wore the truck out delivering bread, and they sold it to these carpet guys, and they sold it to our guys. So half of us were in the truck. I was sitting there with the three lead singers from the Flying Squirrels, and the rest of the group, the musicians and the female singer, they were riding in the car of our drummer. We'll call him Barney, to protect us. So Barney was following behind us in his Cadillac, and so the truck blew out a tire. We were on the interstate just coming up to Fremont, Ohio, and the tire blew out, and so we'll call him Gary. Gary thought that the best thing to do in such a situation is to turn off the ignition, but that's the worst thing you can do, because he lost all control of the truck. It was swerving and fishtailing and went across the median and back over the median. Big double-decker trucks were flying down the interstate, and we crashed through the guardrail and through the barbed wire fence, and we flipped upside down in the middle of a cornfield. Now the state troopers come along and they want to see, the license and registration, and not one of us had a license. Except, and then they couldn't. They said, well, it must have fell out of the truck when we flipped over. So they said to Barney, okay, what about you? Where's your license? So he pulled out. He had just come from a tour with a band in Germany. So he was over in Wiesbaden, and he got himself a frogging license with his photograph on it. It's a license to catch frogs, which I guess is a delicacy in Wiesbaden. So he had this photo ID. So he hands it to the sergeant. Here's my international driver's license. So the officer, he's studying this thing, and then there's the young officer with him, a rookie cop. He's looking over his shoulder as the sergeant is studying this thing. Sarge, you know how to read German? The sergeant says, son, I'm an officer in the Ohio State Police. Of course I can read German. This seems to be in order, sir. Carry on. Needless to say, we were standing there biting our lips till they went away. Anyway, that's enough. And some of my stories, some of the details, I can't guarantee the accuracy. My stories are like fine wine. They get better with age. Anyway, you didn't come here to hear my old man stories. So, welcome to this is our fourth live stream of the Von Myers Family Singers, and down in Pittsburgh, PA. Down in Pittsburgh, PA, we not only play pianos, but we sing just as good as we talk. And down in Pittsburgh, PA, here's some of the songs that we sing. You're my love. my fan club here. And now let's bring them up to the bandstand, the rest of the group, and we're going to do a couple more songs. This next song is, this is a song was featured in our hit Broadway musical, The Sound of Pittsburgh. Come on, Betty, come on to the piano. Here comes the leader of the Von Myers family singers, Miss Elizabeth Kane, my lovely wife Judy. I don't know if, I think last night my hands were getting cut off. I think this time my head is getting cut off, but we do the best we can. All right, here we go. Now we'd like to take you south of the border down to Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. Thanks for tuning in. we're going to take a pause for a few days. The holy day's coming up. We'll be back Sunday, same time, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Please check us out then. Have a nice night. We love you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Where's this thing? Finish.